to ESPN's coverage of the Little League World Series from Grand Park in Westfield, Indiana. A championship game in the Great Lakes region. Bowling Green Eastern Little League of Kentucky against River Forest, Illinois. Winner goes to Williamsport and the Little League World Series next week. 6 teams came to suburban Indianapolis a week ago. Wisconsin, Ohio, Michigan, and Indiana were knocked out. Bowling Green, the only team without a loss. Illinois had to battle through the losers bracket, and they're 4-1. We've already got a few U.S. teams headed to Williamsport. The field will be complete tonight after they crown a champ out west. The major division of Little League made up mostly of 12-year-old players. This year, 13-year-olds have been phased out. The game is 6 innings, the field 2/3 the size of a big league diamond, and everybody gets to play. Hi again, everybody. Welcome back to Westfield, about 20 minutes north of Indianapolis. I'm Clay Matvick. The Little League World Series starts on Thursday, and the winner of this game will play Thursday against the champs from Minnesota. Before the game, let's go across the field to my partner, former Houston Astro, Chris Burke.
Thanks, Clay. I got a couple of the studs here for today's game. A.J. Kilberg, who pitched his team to a victory to get them here yesterday, and William Alexander, the center fielder for the Kentucky squad. Now, William, you guys win today. You're going to Williamsport, man. What are you most looking forward to about that experience?
I'm really looking forward to meeting the MLB players at the MLB game. I think that'd be really fun.
I agree. I think that's a great event. Good luck to you today. Okay, A.J., how about you? What are you most looking forward to in Williamsport?
I think just being on the biggest stage and being in front of all those people, it's a dream come true, and I think our team worked hard to get there, and it'd be nice to win today and go to Williamsport.
Okay, well, good luck, man. Good luck. Both teams got a chance to go. We got a championship to play, so let's get the energy level up. Here about a little forearm shiver. There it is. All right, Clay, these guys are ready. Back to you.
Yeah, let's crown a champ. Kentucky and Illinois ready to go. We'll meet the state champs from Bowling Green, Kentucky next.
Go! Almost a ball!
The Little League World Series is brought to you by AT&T. More for your thing. That's our thing.
Champs, for the 3rd time in the last 5 years, let's get to meet them.
Hi, I'm Rick Kelly, manager of the Kentucky team from Bowling Green, Kentucky. We're really excited to be here.
Hi, I'm Matt Eidlet, one of the coaches.
I'm Jeff Goodnight, the other coach. Now let's meet the rest of the team.
Hi, my name's Jamison Napper, and they call me Spidey, and I like to play the guitar.
Hi, I'm Jackson Eidlet, and I'm the cuter twin.
No, I'm Luke Eidlet, and I'm the cuter twin.
Hi, I'm Evan Scheller, and I'm related to Charlie Chaplin.
Hello, my name is Matthew Escalera, and my favorite place to go to is Disney World because it's Splash Mountain.
Hello, my name is Harrison Yakes, and I love Slam Jims.
Hello, my name is Chaz Huff. I throw 6 different pitches, but my sister is still better than me.
Hi, my name is Grayson Newman, and my dream job when I grow up is to be a realtor.
Sold!
Hi, my name's Nick Simpson. My dream job is to be a sports broadcaster, and I love tacos.
Hi, my name is Cameron Noby, and my dad played in the NFL for 9 years.
Touchdown!
Hi, my name is William Alexander. My nickname is Hulk, but I really like math.
Hi, my name's Eli Christ, and I play 3 instruments: trumpet, cello, and piano.
Hello, my name is Saul Geyer, and I play drums.
Hi, my name is Whit Glossick, and I can do the wave with my eyebrows.
It's always fun to watch these introductions. They're going to be facing right-hander Ethan Niewaner. The ace pitcher for Illinois is 2-0 on the mound. Both of his wins coming against Wisconsin.
Yeah, their ace gets the ball here in a championship game. They call him the professor. Both his parents are lawyers. They say he's the smartest kid on the team. Always nice when your ace has got it going on between the ears, too. What a moment for this young man trying to pitch Illinois to the Little League World Series.
And Illinois has all of its pitchers available with the exception of A.J. Kilberg, who threw 85 yesterday. So should Niewaner get into a bit of a jam, despite the fact that this is the 6th game for Illinois, they're in pretty good shape pitching-wise, Berkey.
Yes, they are.
So here we go. Kentucky at the plate. And the first pitch is a strike to Evan Shallard. He is going to be the pitcher for Bowling Green in this one. He is 3 for 8 in the regional. And he takes down and away 1 ball and a strike. Shallard with a double against Indiana. He had a couple of hits against Michigan on Thursday. He has scored 4 times. And it's interesting that Bowling Green won the coin flip. They elected to be the visiting team and take their hacks right away. You a little surprised by that?
I am. I don't know if I've ever seen that.
Their offense certainly has been good this week. 348 as a team. They've only struck out 10 times in the 2 games. That's a strike, a full count, and maybe that's part of it. They've been swinging it so well, they're confident. Let's get out, put up a crooked number right away, and get them on their heels.
Well, Rick Kelly, their manager, has been doing this for 40 years, so
yeah,
he knows what he's doing.
Oh, look out. Back behind Shallard, and Niewaner lost the leadoff man. Shallard's aboard, and that'll bring up Luke Eidlet. There is Rick Kelly.
Nobody out.
He's wearing a microphone.
Nobody out. Freeze on the line drive.
64-year-old retired restaurant owner. And he's had quite a few regional teams over the years. They have good baseball in Bowling Green, Kentucky.
Yes, they do. Home of Western Kentucky University. And good-sized town and a lot of good athletes that come out of that area. Of course, Rick Kelly's coached a ton of them through the years.
A lot of fans from Bowling Green making the trip here this Saturday afternoon. That pitch is high from Niewaner, who's having trouble finding the strike zone here early. Walks Shallard, now dealing to Luke Eidlet, the shortstop for Bowling Green. 2-0 pitch. That's a strike on the inside corner. Eidlet 2 for 6 here this week. In the regional, one of the Eidlet twins, his brother Jackson, comes off the bench. Popped up. Short center. That's going to be a tough play. Paris, the shortstop, can't get there. That's a base hit for Luke Eidlet. Not hit hard, but effective. 2 on and nobody out.
No, and you wonder if maybe the outfield for Illinois was playing a little too deep there for Luke Eidlet. A ball that felt like it was in the air for a while. Paris had a good beat on it, just couldn't quite get there. And what a start here for Kentucky.
Huge opportunity for Jamison Napper, the right fielder for Kentucky. He takes inside, ball 1. Napper swinging it well this week. 3 for 5 with a run batted in. And he'll send that one foul for strike. We saw Napper pitch in the first game of this regional for Kentucky, that 15-4 win over Indiana. We could see him as a reliever in this one. That stayed high, 2-1. The home plate umpire, Rick Strachey. All volunteer umpiring crew. They've done a great job this week.
Yep.
Got to give them a hand. Off the plate, 3-1. And the cleanup hitter, a very dangerous one at that, Berkey, William Alexander, who you talked to prior to the game, he's on deck.
The Hulk.
This could get ugly in a hurry for Illinois. Bases loaded, nobody out, and here comes Big Bill.
Not exactly the guy you want to see strolling up to home plate with the bases loaded and nobody out.
Niewaner walked only one Wisconsin hitter in his last start. He's walked 2 here in the first. And look out. Alexander sends it deep but foul.
Wow.
Boy, he cranked that down the right field line, about 15 feet foul, but He gave pause to that Illinois bench.
Yeah, that was his dad there, too, who doubles as the cheerleader here for his Bowling Green East club. They would have gone crazy had that one stayed fair.
Niewander's 0-1. That misses down. All right, Mark, thanks very much, and welcome everybody to Westfield, Indiana, alongside former Little Leaguer and Big Leaguer Chris Burke on Clay Matvick. We're going to get a champ here in the Great Lakes Regional. Kentucky and Illinois for the right to go to Williamsport, and Illinois is in trouble here in the first inning. Kentucky has the bases loaded, and their cleanup hitter, William Alexander, at the plate. The count is 3-1.
Dangerous. Alexander hit the first pitch he saw in the lake down the right field line, just foul.
Alexander draws a walk, and Kentucky's on the board. Third walk this inning for Ethan Niewander. Folks watching on ESPN News, we say goodbye to you. You can continue watching on ESPN. And we get a trip to the mound as Ethan Niewander has struggled with control here in the first inning. It's 1-0 Bowling Green, Kentucky.
Pitching coach Joe Lazuski trying to calm his young right-hander down. Of course, you never know the emotions and all the nervous energy going on with these young men as they're battling for a spot in the Little League World Series.
Grayson Newman up at the plate now, and he hits it hard. The third baseman coming home. Kilberg with a nice play to get the force. Idlet out. And that's the first out here in the Kentucky first inning.
Boy, and that is best case scenario. One pitch, your third baseman gets his nose down, takes his time. Credit Jarnicki for turning into a first baseman there at home plate. Fantastic execution there by the Illinois defense. And I got to wonder if Kentucky's going to play one of their best bench hitters. Cameron Obie off the bench is 2 for 3 with 2 balls off the fence and 3 RBIs. He doesn't start, but you'd think with a bases loaded situation, we might see him at some point.
This is Chaz Huff, the first baseman for Kentucky. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Huff. Bases loaded, first inning. Kentucky won the coin flip prior to the game. They wanted to be the visiting team and come to the plate first. And so far, it's paying off, Berkey.
Yeah, wanted to get off to a quick start. And boy, has it played out nicely for them.
Pitch count already up to 25 for Niewander. 85 is the max. Chopper back to Niewander. He's going to come home for the force. They'll hold on to it. 2 outs at home plate. Big ones for Ethan Niewander and this Illinois team. And now here comes a pinch hitter for Bowling Green, Kentucky. It's Cameron Obie, just like you thought.
Got to play that card right here. Things have turned perfectly for Illinois. And if they got out of here with just 1 run, they'd feel like they stole something. But now you got to deal with the dangerous Cameron Obie. There's his brother, Devin Obie, in the crowd, who's a budding superstar.
Ooh. Big swing from Obie, who's got 2 hits in the regional this week. A triple and 3 runs batted in against Indiana on Monday. He can do a lot of damage in a hurry. There's his dad, Terry, former NFL player. Gets to the backstop. Play at the plate, not in time. It's 2-0. Ball gets away in the infield. 3-0 Bowling Green.
Wow, and just when it looked like Illinois might get off the hook, a breaking ball that goes to the backstop. Then Niewander tries to be a little too quick with the tag. It gets past him. Just like that, Kentucky 3-0.
And now it's 2-1 to Obie.
There's his brother Devin, who is committed to play at Duke University, one of the best rising juniors in America right there. He was on the 15 and 16 Bowling Green East Little League teams.
And we're going to get a pinch runner. Nick Simpson running out at second base now. The 2-1. It's up high.
And just so you know, Cameron Obie is 11. 11.
5'7", 150 pounds. And that's a called strike right below the knees. 3-2.
We've only seen a few of his at-bats, but man, he knows the strike zone. Does a very good job of making sure he gets his pitch. Look at that.
Walked him. Another ball that gets away from the catcher, Jarnicki. He'll chase it down. And now we've got runners at the corners for Kentucky with 2 outs. And they're going to give Saul Geyer a plate appearance here in the first inning. So another pinch hitter. Geyer's been really good coming off the bench. He had a pinch hit RBI single in the 5th on Thursday against Michigan. And he takes strike 1. And Obie will take second on the pitch. Just off the plate. Saul Geyer going into the 7th grade. He's homeschooled. History is his favorite subject. He's born in Ethiopia. Chopped down the line, and that is foul. Just foul for Geyer.
See if this ball crosses over the base. It's hard to call that one fair when it bounces foul, but you know, it's where is it when it crosses over the bag. That's a 50-50 call right there that goes Illinois way.
Geyer adopted at the age of 2, came to the United States, and he strikes out. Illinois is out of the inning, but Bowling Green scores 3 times in the top of the first.
Guys, listen. You guys have made it this far. You're a great team, and you know it. The big key today, support each other, and most importantly, go out and have fun. That's what this is all about, okay? But I have a question for you. You want me to ask it?
Yes!
Do you guys want this?
Yes!
Do you guys want this?
Yes!
Do you want this? Yes! Go out and take it!
River Forest, Illinois, located 10 miles west of Chicago. Let's meet the guys.
Hi, I'm Matt Hickey, manager, River Forest, Illinois, and we're excited to be here.
Hi, I'm Joe Lazuski, one of the assistant coaches.
Dennis Jarnicki, another assistant coach. And now I want to introduce you to the amazing boys from Team Illinois.
Hi, I'm Nick Lasuzo, and I want to be a baseball manager.
Hey, Skipper!
Hi, I'm Spike Gall. My dad played for the Green Bay Packers.
Go Bears!
Hi, my name is Joey Elza, and my nickname is Lumber Joe.
Skipper!
Hi, my name is AJ Kilberg. I've been to Venice, and I speak a little bit of Italian. Ciao, mi chiamo AJ.
Arrivederci!
Hi, my name's Jack. My nickname is Grandpa Jack, and I have 6 brothers and sisters.
Ooh.
Hi, my name is Matt Carlin, and I could juggle. Hi, I'm Luke Hickey, and I like to eat stuffed shells.
Yum!
Hi, I'm Ethan Niewander, and I want to be a lawyer.
Not guilty!
I'm Des Navigato, and a quick shout out to my mom and dad.
Hi, my name is Ben Jarnicki, and my favorite food are barbecue ribs.
BBQ! BBQ! BBQ!
Hi, I'm Jimmy O'Brien. They call me Jimmy O So Good, and I can do a Rubik's Cube in under a minute. Hi,
Hi, I'm Ryan Lazuski, and my dog's name is Zeus, and that's also my nickname.
My name's TJ Nix, and I'm a thief because I steal bases.
The guys from Illinois are going to meet Evan Schallert, right-handed pitcher, making his first mound appearance here in the regional.
Evan Schallert, a big-time athlete, three-sport kid. They say he loves to hoop it up in the wintertime. His dad, Gary, is the director of bands at Western Kentucky University right there in Bowling Green. And he gets the ball here in the championship game.
And he'll face Grandpa Jack, as they call him, Jack Paris, the shortstop for River Forest, Illinois. 4 for 14 in the regional with 3 runs batted in.
Nothing like getting staked to a 3-run lead right out of the gate.
Yeah, how about it?
Settle you in.
You know, Illinois has played more games. This is game number 6 in the regional for Illinois. Kentucky just game number 3. And, you know, because there's such a disparity, you kind of wonder how that's going to affect the players. Who's got the advantage in your eyes?
Well, I would have said coming into it that it was Illinois, but now that you asked me in the bottom of the first, I like Kentucky's spot.
All the rest has been beneficial, perhaps?
Yeah, well, they don't seem to be bothered by it.
Paris draws a walk to start it.
What's interesting is Schallert has yet to take the mound here in Indianapolis, so he gets the ball, again, just their 3rd game, so he hasn't pitched yet. So even though he has a 3-run lead, that is not exactly the calmest start.
Ryan Lazuski, the left-handed hitting second baseman, has 4 hits. Takes strike 1. 4 for 17. He has 3 triples, 4 runs batted in during the tournament. He is the son of an assistant coach on the team.
And one of the biggest bat waggles you will see. He likes to move that bat.
Puts it in play. Could be a double play. The flip to second for 1. Not in time. And it's really hard to turn a double play when the field is 2/3 the size of a big league diamond. Just not a lot of opportunities, but came close that time. All right, so here's how it went this week leading up to this point. Bowling Green, game number 3. They haven't been beaten yet. River Forest, Illinois, 4-1 in the regional. Beat Michigan 4-2 yesterday to avenge their only loss this week. That was a 13-5 setback to Bay City, Michigan. This is Luke Hickey. He has put up great numbers this week, batting .500. Just outside for Schallert. Hickey is 7 for 14. There's his dad, Matt.
Field up.
He's also walked 4 times. This guy is always on base.
He's just been all over the place for this offense.
Hanging breaking ball, rolling through. Knocked down by the second baseman. And now going to third on the play is Lazuski. Newman did a great job to get to that ball and keep it from right field. But that's a hit for Hickey, his 8th of the tournament. And Illinois, after giving up 3 in the first inning, has something going here in the first with 1 out.
A chance to get right back in it. Hickey stays red hot. Now 8 for 15 in this regional. Lazuski opportunistic around the bases, and here come the boys from Illinois.
Chance for Ben Jarnicki, the cleanup hitter, to do some damage here in the first inning. He hasn't hit a home run here in the Great Lakes Regional yet, but he has 6 home runs in district and state play this year. He has a team-high 6 runs batted in this week. The 1-0 pitch. Hit hard to the second baseman. Newman to Eidlet.
Oh, wow.
Double play. So I said it earlier in the inning, it's tough to turn a double play, but they got it there. We'll see if Illinois asks for a review.
Boy, it looked like they just got him to me, Clay. How about the turn? Newman to Eidlet to Huff. That's about as quick as it can be done right there. I don't know. Did he get it in there? Certainly worth the challenge. Could mean a run.
And that's the home plate umpire, Rick Strachey.
Live, I thought it just beat him. But after the replay, it looks like he just beat it. And that, I think, will go Illinois way here.
Well, the managers get up to 2 unsuccessful challenges in the first 6 innings. They'll get another challenge in extra innings if it goes that far. Matt Hickey using a challenge here. We'll see what happens.
Safe.
They're going to overturn it. Big break for Illinois as they're on the scoreboard now.
Yep, and that was the right call. Credit Jarnicki for just giving all he has, sneaking that front foot in there. And on a beautiful turn from the Kentucky side, just a click late. Illinois keeps it alive.
Jarnicki's 7th RBI of the tournament. It comes in a fielder's choice. It's River Forest, Illinois on the board as A.J. Kilbert comes up, the third baseman. He was the pitcher yesterday against Michigan. He swings and serves that one into left field. And the inning continues for Illinois. First and second, 2 outs. And Ethan Niewaner strides to the plate. The professor, as they call him, 2 for 9 at the plate. Lays off the first pitch, called a strike. Quite a response, Chris Burke, from this Illinois team, getting down 3 runs early. Been able to plate one here, and they're not done.
Well, you're talking about a team that's playing now their 4th straight elimination game, so tough to rattle this club. They've had their back against the wall for a while now.
Chop to the second baseman again. Newman tags the runner going by to finally end the inning. But Illinois, with great perseverance, scratches out 1. It's a 3-1 game here in Westfield. Leading Illinois here 3-1 as you look at Jeff Goodnight, assistant coach for Team Kentucky. And this team plays for the memory of his son, the late Mason Goodnight. He died in April of 2017 from bacterial meningitis. Grew up playing with these boys, and he would have been on this team. And they keep his number 11 jersey hanging in the dugout. Jeff said, even though Mason is gone, I want to still keep coaching this team because it's therapeutic for me.
Yeah, you ask him, is it hard to be around the boys? He said it'd be way harder to not be around the boys. He feels like when he's with them that he can feel Mason's presence. And boy, it's just hard not to get emotional here and talk about his boy who just died suddenly from meningitis, as you said. And what's really cool is the way this family has taken something so tragic and turned it into a beautiful thing, really. They've used the death of their son to bless others. And the stories are countless of how they've helped people in the community through the foundation they've set up in Mason's name.
3-0 to Whit Glossick, the number 9 hitter for Kentucky. The Mason Goodnight Foundation, created a couple of years ago. They've raised so much money for all those charities in the Bowling Green area, and they will continue to do so. There's a strike, 3-1.
Yeah, they're just getting started, really. I mean, obviously, just a few years ago that he passed, and incredible to think of all the lives they'll impact and all the people they will help along the way. And really neat to see people persevere through something like that. Nice to get to meet Jeff and his wife and hug them. And what a neat couple. What a sad story.
Glossick draws the walk. The team stopped by Mason's gravesite prior to making the trip here to Indiana. They have him on their minds, and you got to think that if they make a trip to Williamsport, it's going to be dedicated to Mason's memory.
Well, they take his jersey to every game.
This is Mason Goodnight,
and he's the guardian of our galaxy.
Don't know what to say there. No. Just touching.
He's You know, Jeff's been these kids' coach, and Mason was their teammate. 8, 9, 10 years old, and it all of a sudden came to an end. But quite a story to see them here.
Ground ball, Shallard puts it into left field, and now Kentucky has runners at first and second and nobody out as they pick up where they left off from the first inning when they scored 3 times.
Boy, they seem to be a team on a mission.
Sure
This
do.
offense is operating at a very high level.
Luke Eidlet will come up again as this bunch from Bowling Green Eastern Little League. With a delayed steal, look out, here comes Glossick, and he's into third base.
You see a lot of teams try this play, the fake bunt steal with runners on first and second. The third baseman, Kilberg, has to respect the fact that Eidlet might bunt, and Paris is charged with trying to get over from the shortstop position to make that play. And that is an awfully tough task to run from shortstop, catch that ball as he's running full speed.
Glossick at third. Shallard went over to second on the throw. So now a base hit by Luke Eidlet would score 2 more. The 2-0 whacked hard to Paris. On the backhand, bobbles, and he didn't know where to go with it. Run scores. He threw to third thinking he had a force there. Of course, there wasn't, and it's now 4-1 Kentucky.
Well, I don't think it would have mattered. Once he bobbled it, I don't think he was going to get the speedy Eidlet. But yeah, he was, I think he lost track of where the base runners were.
Now swinging at the first pitch is Napper. Base hit. And Kentucky's going to have him loaded once again. Ethan Niewaner having a hard time getting outs.
And William Alexander, for the second time in 2 innings, gets a chance to hit with the bases loaded and nobody out.
5'7", 132 pounds. William Alexander nearly hit a grand slam in the first inning. It was foul.
Okay, does your arm feel okay?
Arm's fine, I just can't.
You don't want to go? You sure?
I just can't find strikes.
How close are you to it?
He's close. The strike zone's the size of a pea.
Look, I'm not going to force you to stay in if you don't want to stay in, but if you want to fight through it, I'm going to let you fight through it. What do you want to do? You want to try it?
That walking other guy just pulled me.
Okay.
Attaboy. Ethan Niewaner's going to say he's going to give it the old college try here and stay in the game. It's got to be tough. You heard the conversation there, Chris. They think the strike zone is tight.
They do, but there's just been one walk in the inning. It's not like he's walked the bases loaded.
Yeah.
The last 3 hitters have put the ball in play. I don't think finding the strike zone's the issue. I think he's running into a buzzsaw.
Alexander ended up walking. He came around to score in that 3-run first. Couple of RBIs against Indiana on Monday. That's in the dirt. Jarnicki tries to find it. He finally does, but a run is going to score. And that's a wild pitch from Niewaner, and it's 5-1. And now the 2-0 to Alexander. Breaking ball stays high. It's 3-0. And you heard what Niewaner told Coach Hickey. You know, if I can't find the strike zone, come and get me. We'll see how long he gets. The 3-0 to left, and this one again is hit well but foul for Alexander.
Boy, and I love that they let him have a hack at it right there, and I love even more that Alexander was ready to pull the trigger. This man wants to get his swing off.
He has tested both corners now. Just missed to right field and now just missed to left field. Let's see what he does here with the 3-1. Look at that pitch count now for Niewaner. It's already to 52. And again, 85 is the maximum. Heidlet at third, Napper at second. 3-1 pitch. Chopped. Going to be a tough play. Alexander safe. Another run scores to make it 6-1. Kentucky. Infield hit from William Alexander. Everybody afraid of the deep ball from this guy, and he plates a run with an infield hit.
Yeah, just beat it right into the turf. And the party is on in the Bowling Green fan section.
And we're going to get a pitching change. Jack Paris is going to move from shortstop to the mound, and he'll try and cool off these red-hot Kentucky bats in the Great Lakes Championship game. Illinois looking for the first out of the second inning. Ethan Niewander, the starting pitcher, is out. Jack Paris is on.
Jack Paris, Grandpa Jack, gets a chance to slow this Kentucky team down. It is a tall task.
6 runs for Kentucky. 3 in the first, 3 more here in the second. They've got runners at second and third. Nobody out. Grayson Newman at the plate. Says this is what we've been working for, a chance to get to Williamsport. We've been looking for an opportunity like this since we were 8 years old. And Grayson's brother Spencer was on both the 15 and 16 Little League World Series teams from Bowling Green Eastern. Swung on and missed. He was green lighted on 3-0.
Boy, they're letting them rip, aren't they? They got the gas pedal down. Rick Kelly smelling another trip to Williamsport.
Hit sharply to the first baseman, Hickey. He's going to come home. They need the tag. Don't get it. And it's 7-1.
Well, and here's the deal. If you're going to go home, you got to be in. If your manager has you back and you get a ground ball, it's hard to make the play at the plate. And you need to take the out. So, boy, a great effort right there, but unable to cut down Napper at the plate. And Kentucky still with nobody out.
And pinch hitter Nick Simpson at the plate as Grayson Newman takes second base uncontested. So Rick Kelly electing to use pinch hitters here in the second. And again, everybody's going to get a chance to bat for Kentucky. Illinois, they've got a different situation because Dutch Navigato went out with a broken wrist yesterday. They've only got 12 players. So not only does everybody get in at bat for Illinois, but everybody has to play 6 consecutive defensive outs. Now, if it happens to be a run rule situation, of course, mandatory play rules will not be in effect. But still, Illinois has got to take that into consideration now that they have 12.
Yeah, and it looks like Rick Kelly's already starting to think that way himself. We wonder, being that the mandatory play is not in effect on run rule situation, will he let Obi hit again? Right? Because you start to wonder if you're in another one of these big run scoring situations, do you give him another crack at it?
Reaching out, putting it in play to the third baseman, Kilberg. He'll throw to first for the second out, but another run comes home. Pardon me, 1 down. That's the first out of the inning. So an RBI fielder's choice for Simpson. And Matthew Escalera comes up. He is the 8th man to hit for Kentucky in this 8-1 game. Paris buries a strike. Escalera. Fly ball to left field. Tagging is Newman, but the ball is dropped. And it's 9-1. And things continue to spiral out of control here for River Forest as O'Brien can't catch the fly ball.
Wow. And as you said, things are just spinning right now. Game moving awfully fast. for the kids from Illinois.
That's a sac fly and an error on the left fielder. Harrison Yates at the plate now. Yates broke his finger on his left hand in the semifinals of the state tournament. And he's been playing through it. Got it taped up pretty good.
Kentucky now running at first base, number 24, Cameron Obie.
Cameron Obie with the re-entry. He's running at first base now for Escalera.
Everything going the kids from Kentucky's way so far.
Trying to become the 10th Kentucky team to make the Little League World Series. And they couldn't have asked for a better start. 2-2 sails high for Paris. The winner of this game will play the team from Coon Rapids Andover Little League out of Minnesota. They won the Midwest region earlier today here in Westfield. That is down the line foul. They will meet Thursday in Williamsport. Day one of the Little League World Series.
How about that game from earlier today?
Terrific.
Was that something?
Minnesota scoring 7 runs in the last 2 innings, coming back to win it, breaking the hearts of Johnston Little League of Iowa.
Man, I know it was just a 4-run deficit that they overcame, but man, Iowa had a stranglehold on that game for 4 innings, excuse me.
3-2 to Yates, line drive, another base hit. Obie rounding second, he'll cruise into third. And the inning marches on as Kentucky has batted around here in the second. Boy, that was well struck by Harrison Yates. You want to play Little League? Well, it's easy to find your local league. Visit playlittleleague.org. Enter your address to find a Little League program near you. He's Chris Burke on Clay Matvick here in Westfield, Indiana, just north of Indianapolis. Ready to crown a champ in the Great Lakes Regional, send another team to Williamsport. Pinch hitter is Jackson Eidlet. Jackson, twin brother of Luke Eidlet. He is 1 for 4 in the regional.
And we have officially batted around here in the second.
Line drive, and the right fielder Gall sticks with it. Runner tags, Obie scores. And Yates gets to third.
And credit Spike Gall right there. That looked like it could go bad for Illinois again as he slipped but hung with it there. And heck of a throw to home plate, but Obie just too fast.
RBI sacrifice for Jackson Eidlet. And Schallert in the top of the order comes back up for Kentucky in a 10-1 game now. The starter, Ethan Niewaner, knocked out of the game after giving up 7. Jack Paris on in relief, trying to get that third out here in a big second inning for Kentucky. They have scored 7 times. Here's the run rule. 15 runs after 3, 10 runs after 4. Strike call. Schallert's been busy. A walk and a run scored in the first. Base hit and a run scored here in the second. Already batting for the 3rd time. Hits it hard down the line. That's a base hit. It's 11-1. Schallert digging for extra bases. He could get 3, and he will. RBI triple for Evan Schallert.
Boy, they just keep the gas pedal down. Schallert with his second hit in the inning. Has a triple and a single here in the second. That one ripped right down the first baseline.
These Kentucky hitters, Berkey, are aggressive. They barrel everything up. They've got great eyes. They know the difference between a ball and a strike. They've got one strikeout today, and throughout the entire week, 11 strikeouts as a team.
Yeah, it's a lineup that maybe doesn't have, besides Alexander and Obi, a whole lot of home run power, but boy, they can put together some ABs.
Now we've got something wrong with Jack Paris. He kind of slipped coming down on the approach of the mound, and I think they're going to check him out here. Jack just needed some water. He's going to shake it off, and he's going to come back to the mound.
Yeah, I guess needed to cool down.
He's ready to go. If you look at Jack's uniform, it's not exactly the cleanest uniform you're going to see. That's because he purposely doesn't wash it. And he hasn't washed it since sometime in mid-July. Oh, superstitions run rampant in baseball, especially Little League baseball. Hit hard, knocked down by Kilberg at third, throwing from his knees, won't get him. Another run comes in, and it's 12-1.
Well, basically, the boys from Kentucky can do no wrong right now. It is every ball they hit seems to be kind of an awkward play or a tough chance if it's not a rocket.
They're going to rule that an error on the third baseman, Kilberg. As James Napper comes up for the second time this inning, he reached on an error by Paris, who was at shortstop at the time, and now, of course, he's on the mound. 4 errors for Illinois here in this ballgame already. That one is flicked foul. It's 2-1 to Napper. Illinois coming off that emotional victory over Michigan 4-2 yesterday, and they have run into a buzzsaw on Team Kentucky here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, man, we were questioning their decision to hit first. Mm-hmm. They had their plan ready. I guess they felt good about their ability to come out and score in bunches.
Eidlet's going to stay at first base. I can't remember the last time I heard a team doing that.
No, I can't either.
You know, winning the coin flip before the game and electing to be the visiting team. Line drive, another base hit. Eidlet cruises past second on his way to third. Napper will get to second on the slide. The inning continues. The 7th hit for Kentucky.
Yeah, fastball right down the middle, and they're just not missing. I mean, they are all over it together, and a really short stroke through the ball there.
Alexander. Nice scoop by Lazuski. They'll flip it over to first. That's the end of the inning. It's a huge one for Kentucky. 9 runs to make it an 11-1 game. From the United States include River Ridge, Louisiana, South Riding, Virginia, and Coon Rapids Andover Little League out of Minnesota. It'll be Grayson Newman to lead off next inning for Kentucky. Illinois got Jimmy O'Brien at the plate and a new pitcher, Luke Eidlet, for Bowling Green. Ball under strike to O'Brien. 0 for 6 so far in the regional as Illinois has a lot of work to do. Down 11 here in the bottom of the second inning. They scored 1 in the first, after Kentucky jumped out to that 3-0 lead. Nice play by Huff at first, and Chaz steps on the bag for out number 1. Evan Schallert goes over to shortstop. He was the starter for Kentucky. Now it's Luke Eidlet on the mound.
Center fielder, number 6, Matt Carlin.
Now time has been called as they're trying to get from the bullpen to the dugout over there on the Illinois side. This is Matt Carlin at the plate, the center fielder, and he hits it hard to center. That is one of the better hit balls we have seen tonight from Illinois. Comes from Matt Carlin.
That ball smoked. Luke Eidlet gets the call from Rick Kelly to come in this ball game after 1 inning of Evan Schallert. And Matt Carlin greets him with a rocket into center field.
We'll see if that sparks the Illinois offense. Spike Gall, the right fielder. 1 for 9 in the regional. And that's hit to right field. Coming in is Napper, and he backs up a step or two to make the catch. And Gall is quickly retired. Spike's dad, Chris, played football at Indiana and spent some time in the NFL.
Back to the top of the order for Illinois.
Looking for training videos for coaches and umpires? Get free backyard tips, practice plans, drills, videos, and more. Visit LittleLeagueUniversity.org today. 2 outs. Back to the top of the order, and Jack Harris. And he flails at that pitch from Eidlet. Popped up. And they won't have a play as it gets into the seats. Just a great crowd on hand here tonight, Chris. You figure we're 4 hours from Bowling Green, 3 hours from Chicago. A lot of people able to drive in here for this weekend game.
Yeah, this place is packed. A lot of energy in the place. Of course, the Kentucky side feeling pretty good about themselves right now. But they were hooting and hollering about an hour and a half before the ball game got started. We got them standing room only in the outfield.
That rides up and into Paris. You saw that pond out behind the left field fence. And believe it or not, we have seen some balls land in that pond on the skip, but they have been able to get balls to the pond. That shows you how impressive some of the hitters have been this week.
Yeah, some of the strength from some of these kids awfully impressive. Not as many home runs as we're used to, but the ones that we've seen have not been cheap.
Walked him. So 2 on with 2 out here for Illinois. Ryan Lazewski will come up for the second time. Reached on a fielder's choice in the first. And has scored the only run for River Forest so far. Stepping on the bag is Schallert. And that does it for the second. 12-1 Kentucky here in the Great Lakes. We're looking forward to the Little League World Series this week. We're going to crown a champ here tonight in the Great Lakes. They have crowned champs in the international field. Everybody on this list headed to Pennsylvania, including a team from British Columbia, Canada. That was the last team to punch a ticket in the international field, Berkey.
You always got to watch out for the club from South Korea. They have had terrific success there in Williamsport. But just such a cool event. It's a celebration of youth baseball from around the world. And it is really cool to see how many parts of the world are playing this great game of baseball.
And here is the U.S. field that is starting to fill in. Great Lakes will be tonight, where we saw Louisiana, Virginia, Minnesota, Barrington, Rhode Island, as Rhode Island has been very good in New England in recent years. Oregon, New York against New Jersey later tonight. Hawaii, which won the Little League World Series last year, will take on Arizona out west. It's at 9 Eastern time. In San Bernardino. 12-1 the score. Kentucky leading. They have been pounding the ball. They continue to do so. That is Grayson Newman leading off the third. It's the third time he's been on tonight.
Come on, Chaz, ride back, baby, ride back.
And they are just on everything.
Number 9, the first baseman, Chaz Huff.
That is the 10th hit for Kentucky. As Chaz Huff comes up, skips away from Jarnicki, and off goes Newman to second. Chaz Huff, the guy they call Iron Man, started both games in this regional prior to tonight, Monday and Thursday. Beat Indiana game 1, and then Thursday against Michigan pitched a couple of innings. He was held to 35 pitches, so he would be available for tonight if needed.
They have everybody available.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be necessary the way this is going. Jack Paris came on in relief of the starter Ethan Niewaner last inning. Chaz Huff, one of 6 kids in his family. 3-2 the count. Hard to find a seat here at Grand Park.
It is.
You got to sit in the outfield or stand in the outfield. Payoff pitch. That's down. Another one that Jarnicki has to chase. And that's going to allow Newman to get the third. Runners at the corners now and nobody out.
And you wonder how much longer Mitch Hickey stays with Jack Paris. And for the most part, he has thrown strikes, but
Re-entering for Kentucky,
you're getting, obviously we're getting in that run rule area here, 15 after 3.
Right. And Obi, who's going to re-enter here. And Jarnicki will keep the runner at third. I mean, he could make this 15-1 with one swing. He has home run power.
Wind blowing out slightly towards left field. A 2-0 count and a big-time power hitter up.
Strike to Obi. Obi hit one over the fence as an 8-year-old. I mean, you don't see a lot of 8-year-olds hitting homers over the fence. This guy did. You saw his dad, Terry, who spent some years in the NFL as a wide receiver and kickoff returner. There's his brother, Devin, who's headed to Duke on a baseball scholarship eventually. Called strike 3, and Obi never took the bat off his shoulder. Well, this week, ESPN Sunday Night Baseball presented by Taco Bell comes from San Francisco. Bryce Harper and the Phillies in there to take on the Giants in that series finale. Coverage begins on ESPN at 6 Eastern with Baseball Tonight Sunday Night Countdown presented by Chevrolet. Clay Matvick and Chris Burke enjoying the sunshine and the Little League Baseball here in Indiana.
Well, we had a little bit of weather Thursday evening, but other than that, it has been spectacular here.
Hopefully the weather will be good in Pennsylvania for the boys and girls when they get there. That rides up high. So now 3-0 to Harrison Yates. Strike 2. Or strike 1, pardon me, 3-1. That one's hit in the air. Tough play and won't get it. Elza watches it bounce. It gets away from him. Another run scores to make it 13-1. As Harrison Yates has a fly ball base hit and an RBI to boot.
They just keep it going. Again, sometimes it's just your day, and on the flip side, sometimes it's just not. Right now, everything Kentucky hits, either finding a hole or it's right on the screws or it's an awkward play for Illinois.
Yeah. And we have seen Illinois play some really good ball this week. And you mentioned it, they've been playing with their back against the wall all season, all week coming through the losers bracket. But just got out to a rough start here tonight. I've been playing catch-up for a while. With Glossick up there with a 1-1 count. Another fly ball. Tough play. Backing up. Niewander at short. And he'll get there to make the catch. And that'll be the second out. Grand Park Sports Campus here in Westfield, Indiana. The temporary home for this regional championship. Also the Midwest Regional Championship the last 3 years. A new home being built in Whitestown, Indiana, 20 minutes west of here. So next year, we'll crown champions there. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, we are. And Grand Park has been a gracious host to us the last few years, but you know, wherever Little League chooses to play this event would be a first-class venue. They have proven that time and time again through the years.
Folks from Little League have been so gracious to us here this week and helping us out. Always good hosts in Indiana. And they're getting ready to load up and head to Pennsylvania starting tomorrow. There isn't much time because Little League World Series starts on Thursday. In fact, the team from Minnesota, after they clinched, you could hear the coaches and the fans and everybody talking right behind home plate. Hey, we got to get going. We need to go to Pennsylvania. Swung on and missed. Shallard is out. Illinois is out of the inning. But another run across. It's 13-1 Kentucky. Kentucky won the coin flip, elected to be the visitors, and this game got sideways in a hurry. They scored 3 in the first. Illinois got 1 back in the bottom of the inning, but then a 9 spot put up by Bowling Green Eastern Little League. They've got a 13-1 lead. Here as Illinois gets ready to hit. That's our Honda game summary. And, of course, the winner goes on to the Little League World Series in Williamsport, and it's looking good right now for the Kentucky State champs. They're going to give the ball to Jamison Napper on the mound now, Chris.
Jamison Napper may be their most talented arm. Left-hander. Plays right field when he's not pitching. Got the ball in his hand with a chance to get them 3 outs closer to Williamsport.
Leading off the bottom of the third inning for Illinois. First baseman, number 7, Luke Hickey.
Luke Hickey is first assignment, and he sends it to the backstop. Hickey, an infield single in the first inning. He has been one of the big bright spots this week for River Forest, Illinois. 8 hits in the tournament. That sits on the outside part of the plate, caught the corner. There's Dad, Matt Hickey, 54 years old. He's a writer and an editor. 1-1 pitch. Again, clips the corner. Now 1-2.
You ready now?
Oh, that was a tough take. That was close to being a strike, and he knew he got away with one. 2-2 the count.
It's a tough matchup here, left on left. After comes kind of from a 3/4 arm angle. Tough for lefties to see.
Attack the play, Luke.
Payoff pitch. Outside, walked him, so Hickey fell behind in that count, but comes back, works a walk to lead off the third. Ken Jarnicki to hit now. He has driven in the only run in this ballgame. And it came on an RBI fielder's choice where it looked like Illinois had been doubled up, but they went to the review, and the call was overturned. He was originally called out at first base, a double play. Looked like Kentucky was out of the inning without a run scoring, but Jarnicki got credit for an RBI fielder's choice after they looked at the tape.
Yeah, and if you're Illinois right now, it's all about keeping this game alive, right? You got to chip and chip and chip, and you just never know.
You got to get it inside 10 runs for sure.
That's your first goal.
Make sure this thing goes the distance. Again, the run rule is 15 after 3. That's not going to be a problem here. And 10 after 4.
And it's interesting that Rick Kelly would make so many changes at this point, just knowing what's in front of him.
Napper spins around on that comebacker, and they will get one. Jarnicki again stays out of the double play with his speed. They get Hickey on the force for the first out.
Well, they made that one closer than I thought. Jarnicki gets jammed a little bit, so he doesn't get out of the box quickly. And Napper gets that ball to Shallot, who makes it awfully close there at first.
We'll bring up A.J. Kilbert, who's at third base tonight. He was the pitcher yesterday in that brilliant performance over Michigan to get Illinois to this point. Off the glove of Eidlet, he's going to have to chase. Runner moves up. Jarnicki now in scoring position. Jamison Napper on the mound. Third pitcher for Kentucky in this game. He made a diving catch for the last out of the Kentucky State tournament behind home plate. He was catching because Harrison Yates was out with a broken finger. They have used Napper all over the place. Outfield, behind the plate, on the mound. Big reason why Bowling Green Eastern is here.
Yeah, I mean, and one of the kind of traits of this club is that they can move people all around, and they got multiple guys that can play multiple positions, so it allows him to do a lot of different things with his pitching.
The 1-2 pitch, breaking ball, back over the plate, strike 3. 2 down.
How about a little backdoor breaking ball? That was nasty. You see Gilbert kind of come up on his toes thinking that ball was up and out of the zone. Next thing you knew, that ball took a right turn.
Ethan Newater back up there again for Illinois. Started this game on the mound. Had a difficult time against the Bowling Green offense and was taken out. And he stays in the game as the shortstop. Big college basketball fan.
I'm sure there's some boys on this Bowling Green team that can relate to that.
I know that that's the home of Western Kentucky, but on just about everybody's questionnaire for Bowling Green when they filled it out, rabid Kentucky Wildcats fans.
I'm shocked. You don't say. You'll get some Louisville fans there, and obviously some Hilltopper fans there, but that's big blue country, man.
Of course, you're a Louisville native. You grew up playing Little League Baseball in Louisville, Kentucky. How good was Bowling Green Little League Baseball back then? Do you remember?
I remember playing the state tournament in Bowling Green the year we won it. When I was 11 years old, we won the state tournament in Bowling Green, and Nick Combs hit 3 home runs for us. 3 solo homers. We won the game 3-2. I tell people, maybe the greatest individual performance, certainly one of them that I ever witnessed. We won 3-2. He had all 3 RBIs, all via solo homers. That's how we won the state. Pretty good, right?
I'd say. What did he do for an encore after that?
We went to the regional and went 1 and out. Back then it was a 1 and out deal, the Southeast Regional in Florida.
Strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts to get out of the inning for Napper. Big lead for Kentucky after 3. Tonight, after the Little League World Series here on ESPN, don't miss Sports Center. They're going to look at the Green Bay Packers' new offense. Talk to Aaron Rodgers about it. Holly Rowe and Maria Taylor getting exclusive access with Ryan Day at Ohio State. And after the Mets' big ninth-inning comeback last night, they're going to look to make it 8 in a row. Noah Syndergaard on the mound tonight, 11 Eastern at Sports Center. Speaking of the Mets, Conforto, he played Little League in Washington. He had the game winner last night. Alonso had a homer in that game. Of course, he was a Little Leaguer in Florida. Mm-hmm. Little League,
of course, they got
dreams.
Todd Frazier on that team, who was a Little League World Series hero. Played on a World Championship Little League team. He hit the game-tying home run last night. And we know all this because our producer, Joe McCoy, is a rabid Mets fan. And so he put that whole deal together and made sure we highlighted all the Mets players. But it fit, though, Joe.
So is our senior producer, Matt Sandula.
Yes.
He's a big Mets fan.
They're happy right now, living in high cotton.
Yes, they are.
8-game winning streak.
13-1. Kentucky also walking in high cotton here as it's in the top of the fourth. And, Illinois, they're going to have their backs against the wall in the bottom of the inning. They're going to need to score at least 3 to keep this from being a 10-run situation. Kentucky would like to tack on a couple more here to make that even harder to achieve.
Hard not to be impressed with this Kentucky team, and Luke Eidlet been right in the middle of everything so far in this game. We've seen him play center, short, second, pitch. He closed the game out the other night.
Yep.
And certainly not the biggest player on this team, but man, can he play ball.
He's been on 3 times in this game. Ryan Lazuski on the mound for Illinois. Pitching to Luke Eidlet. Lazuski, the third pitcher for Illinois. And he gives up a walk to start the inning. On for the 4th time, Luke Eidlet. Ryan Lazuski, the son of Illinois assistant coach Joe Lazuski. And now he'll deal to Jamison Napper. Strike. The Illinois pitching staff has given up 7 walks in this game.
That'll get you beat. Anytime you're in a championship game, free bases is never a winning formula. Mix that in with some misplays in the field and a red-hot Kentucky batting order, and you end up with a 13-1 score in the 4th.
Breaking ball stays high from Lazuski. You see Napper's folks. Jamison with a couple of hits in this game. One an extra base hit. Has scored a run. That stays outside. It's 3-1.
Boy, they really just don't chase, do they? They just will not go off the plate for baseball. It's impressive.
We've seen all the teams this week, and by far Bowling Green takes the best at bats.
They really do. Yeah. It's a tough team to pitch to.
This strike, full count. Great Lakes Regional Championship game. Winner goes on to the Little League World Series in Williamsport, Pennsylvania, which starts Thursday. Winner of this game plays Minnesota. Outside walked him, 2 on, and nobody out. Walk number 8.
When I say William, y'all say Sport. William, Sport. William, Sport. William, Sport.
William Alexander comes up with another big RBI opportunity. He has had the bases loaded twice when he has come to the plate. He has 2 on here. Breaking ball that he whacks foul.
He's had the bases loaded twice, and he's had 2 runners on. Now this is the 2nd time. So he's yet to come up with that one big hit. You got to feel like it's around the corner, as talented as this young man is.
What's his nickname again?
The Hulk?
Yeah, the Hulk.
Look at that dude, man. The Hulk.
0-2. to William Alexander. He has really blossomed, according to the coaches. They say, a couple of years ago he didn't quite have the confidence that he has now, but when you're 5'7", 132 pounds at this age, you should have confidence.
Yes.
Because you're going to be the biggest guy in the room most of the time.
Well, and Alexander's a neat story. Just started playing the game a few years ago. And to think that he has come this far, this fast, now has a chance to play in Little League Baseball's biggest event. That's a pretty neat story.
The 1-2 pitch. That's hit high in the air and foul ground. The first baseman, Hickey, he's going to have a play, and he makes the catch. And Alexander is the first out. They say that Alexander's also very good at impressions. I haven't seen any of them, but they say he's pretty funny. He should work on a Chris Burke.
You could help him out. We spend enough time together.
Grayson Newman up there. He has scored 3 times. 1 for 3 with an RBI. We were talking about how these Bowling Green kids, a lot of Kentucky Wildcats fans, Newman is one of them. He wants desperately to meet Benny Snell Jr. He was great at Kentucky as a running back. Now, of course, ready for his rookie season with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Is he with the Steelers?
Yep.
That's a good fit for Benny.
Look out! That got him. We have not seen many hit batsmen this week, believe it or not. You usually see quite a few of them in Little League. This week, the pitchers have been pretty good about not hitting batters, but Newman wears this one, and he's down at first base trying to shake this one off. It hit him
on the
flush.
Back arm. Usually that ball catch on the front arm.
And he's up to his feet. He's going to stay in. And the one thing about Little League that I love, it's just a great sportsmanship you see. After a guy hits a home run, the opposing team will give him a high five coming around the bases. After a guy gets hurt, most of the infield was over there to check on Newman to see if he's okay.
Yeah, definitely a culture of great sportsmanship, and it's every year. I mean, we see it every year, and you have to tip your cap to Little League because they are the ones that promote that so well.
Bases loaded again for Bowling Green.
Never see coaches yelling at umpires.
Nope.
You never see players getting into it with each other.
Nick Simpson at the plate. Two balls and no strikes to Simpson. Here's what we're talking about after Newman got hit. There's Kilbert patting him on the head saying, "Hope you're all right, man. Hang in there." A couple of other guys come over from their position to say, "Hope you're all right."
Yeah, they know how bad that hurts.
And they're the team down by 12 runs. Swung on and missed. Lazewski gets the strikeout of Simpson, and they're 2 away. Matthew Escalera is going to re-enter in his spot in the order, the 7 spot. We have seen Obi 3 times tonight. Number 7 will finally bat for himself here. Escalera has been a solid defender at third base throughout the tournament. He loves math, YouTube, and the Cincinnati Reds. The 1-0. Foul outside of third. Bowling Green, Kentucky. You mentioned before that it's the home to Western Kentucky University. Also home to the National Corvette Museum.
That's where they make the Corvettes, right there in Bowling Green, Kentucky. You can see it right off of I-65, the factory. They had a nice display. If you're driving down from Louisville to Nashville, you will pass right by Bowling Green and see that Corvette plant.
I'm pretty sure that my father-in-law drove from Minnesota to Florida one time and then specifically went out of his way to go
check
to the
out.
Corvette Museum in Bowling Green, Kentucky.
I could
pretty
see
sure
you
that
in
he
a Corvette,
did.
Clay.
Yeah.
Fits your personality.
Fly ball, right field. Elza long run, reaches out, makes the catch. Nice job by Elza in right to end the inning. Joey gets a round of applause and some high fives as he comes off the field.
Do it, Joey. Finish it off. Give your team a little momentum going in. They need some runs to stay alive.
Great Lakes title game, 13 runs, 9 hits for Kentucky. Illinois, 1 run on 3 hits as they get ready to hit in the bottom of the 4th. And they need 3 runs to keep this from being called because of the run rule. It's a 10-run rule after 4 innings, Chris. And so Illinois needs some offense in a hurry.
They need it now. Otherwise, their championship dreams are over. And you just get that feeling that this team from Bowling Green smells the finish line right here. They're going with Chaz Huff, who is certainly one of their best arms, and he gets the chance to close this thing out and give Bowling Green East Little League their 3rd trip to the Little League World Series since 2015.
Chaz Huff making his 3rd appearance of the regional. He started the other 2 games for Bowling Green Eastern. Beat Indiana game 1. That blowout 15-4 win. They only needed him for an inning and 2/3. And then Thursday against Michigan, he pitched 2 innings, 35 pitches, so he'd be available for this one. And he'll try and close it out here in the 4th. They're trying to get some lineup issues worked through, making sure that they've got it clear. A starter and a sub cannot be in the game at the same time, Chris, and I think that's the issue.
Yeah, so what position would that be the issue at?
And Rick Kelly, the manager for Bowling Green Eastern, is over there, and you can see him looking at his lineup card. This gets a little complicated at times.
It does. If you can manage in Little League, you can manage in the big leagues with your eyes closed. I'll tell you
so.
that.
It's Eidlet, Napper, and Obi from left to right in the outfield. Newman, Schallert, Luke Eidlet, and Alexander from 3rd to 1st. Yates behind the plate, and Huff there on the mound with that old-fashioned stirrups look. They really aren't stirrups, they're just socks. And the pants are bloused circa 1930s. Kind of like that look.
It is. Very Ruthish. Minus the stirrups.
TJ Nix is going to pinch hit here. And that's the thing. Illinois is getting some of their pinch hitters up here. And it's TJ Nix to lead off the 4th. Again, in a 10-run situation, the mandatory play rule goes out the window, but if Illinois were to score enough come back, they're going to still have to get these guys in.
Right.
So they're going to go with Nix here as a pinch hitter. Chaz Huff has 5 brothers and sisters. 3-1 pitch. Outside, and Illinois has the leadoff man on. They've been able to do that 3 of the 4 innings now.
Yeah, they've had their chances, no doubt about it. Just getting that big hit, stringing those hits together that they've struggled with.
Nick Lasuzo comes up. Lasuzo has hit the ball hard throughout the tournament, yet nothing to show for it. He's hitless in the regional. He's going to get a hit here. Dumps it into right center. Nix goes to third. They're going to wave him around, and he will score. And now Illinois down 11. They need 2 more runs to keep this thing going.
Well, that's a start. How about a little excuse me swing? Well, maybe it was a fuller swing than I thought. It looked like he kind of stopped the bat at impact, but nice little liner into right center field. And we had a collision out there between Obi and Napper.
And Napper trying to shake the cobwebs out. You run into a guy that size, and you're going to feel it.
Pretty good head-to-head there between those two.
Obi's 150 pounds. Napper's 100 pounds. So if this were wrestling, Napper wouldn't be in Obi's weight class. Let's just put it that way.
That's exactly right.
Trainer out, making sure that he's going to be okay. Rick Kelly, the longtime manager of Bowling Green Eastern, is out there. And everybody waiting patiently and hoping that Napper's going to be okay and hopefully able to continue. He is going to stay in center field. Lasuzo with an RBI double plates Nix. And now Illinois down 11 runs. They need to score 2 more to keep this from being called because of the 10-run rule in the 4th inning. Joey Elza at the plate. Joey Elza started the rally against Ohio earlier in the week as a pinch hitter. And he chops this one left side. It's going to roll foul.
Elza with the big play to end last inning. Getting his chance now with the bat. Runner in scoring position. Illinois trying to build some momentum here. Trying to keep their hopes alive.
One and two the count.
And that's kind of Huff's calling card there. Pulling the string on a changeup or a breaking ball. There's a big breaking ball right there by Huff.
And that's the first out as Huff gets the strikeout of Elza. And here comes Grandpa Jack. Why again do they call him Grandpa Jack? I know you got the 411 on that when you were talking to him.
They say he's got an older body that he's always breaking down. That's where it came from.
How can you break down at 12?
Well, the funny thing is they say he never misses a game, but it's just like every practice or there's something that goes on where he's complaining about something aching or bothering him. But he seems to like the nickname.
Yes, he does. He relishes in it. Good speed by Nix to get over to third base. Or excuse me, Lasuzo to get to third. As there's one out for Jack Paris. 2-0. Swung on and missed. There's a big cut from Jack. He's a happy kid, I'll tell you that much.
He's always smiling.
Yes, he is. Got an RBI opportunity here, trying to make this a 10-run game. And now it's 2-2 as Huff battles back.
You can
even
almost,
up the count.
Yeah, you can almost bank on it. As soon as Huff gets that first strike, he is coming with the bender. It's a big, slow breaking ball.
And there's another slow bender. Huff has the man in a rundown, throws it away. He doesn't know that the ball's been thrown away. Steps on home plate. And that's going to count. That's a run for Illinois. And it's now a 10-run game. You could see Lusuzo thought he'd been tagged out. Initially didn't step on the plate.
Well, and I'm sure the Kentucky coaches are frustrated with Chaz Huff right there. That's where you just take the out. You can give him a run. It could be 2 outs with nobody on base. Instead, you try to get a kid in a rundown. Don't make the play, and now you got trouble losing your 10-run rule.
They'll go to first and get Lazuski there for the second out. Paris goes over to third. And he is the run that Illinois needs to score to keep this game going.
Don't worry about it. You're here now.
And so now the catcher, Yates, has to keep everything in front.
Oh, yeah. The game continuing run 60 feet away.
This is the guy Illinois wants at the plate, Luke Hickey. Hickey has a single tonight. He has 8 hits in the regional, by far their best hitter this week. The 0-1. Fly ball. If it's caught, it ends the game, but it gets out of play. And now Illinois down to its last strike. And here come those Bowling Green Eastern Little League fans to their feet. One more strike, and they're on their way to Williamsport. Line drive, base hit, and Illinois is still alive as they get 3 runs in the inning to make it a 9-run deficit. And this will not be stopped short.
And there you go from Chaz Huff. The decision to go home instead of throw the ball to first base comes back to bite him, and you just can't say enough good things about Luke Hickey. Watch him hang in there on this breaking ball, sees it, puts the barrel on it, dumps it into center field, and you got to give the kids from Illinois a bunch of credit for hanging in there.
Hickey now 9 for 16 in the regional. And that is his 5th run batted in. Arguably the biggest one he's had this week. As Ben Jarnicki hits now the power hitter in this order. And he can start to make things interesting with a big fly.
Yeah, it would.
Hanging breaking ball, he lays off, and it's strike 2. Jarnicki with 7 RBIs this week. Puts it in play, and it's going to be a tough play. Everybody's safe. Infield hit for Ben Jarnicki. Hickey goes to second.
Just a swinging bunt in no man's land right there.
Matt Eidlet, assistant coach, 42-year-old financial advisor, comes out for a quick chat with Huff. Looking for that final out of the 4th, as Illinois has made this a 9-run game. They will not be 10-run rule, at least here in the 4th inning. Now it's chopped foul by A.J. Kilbert. He is the 8th man to come to the plate here in the Illinois 4th. They have scored 3, their first run since the first inning. Another ball hit well to left field. Coming around is Hickey. And he will score. 13-5.
That's where you have got to communicate as a defense. Harrison Yates, the catcher, has got to be screaming. Well, depending on how they decide to do the communication, usually you're either screaming cut 4, or if you say nothing, the third baseman, Escalera, is supposed to let that ball go. Excuse me, Newman's at third base, supposed to let that ball go. Instead, he cuts it off. I think they had a play at the plate.
Inning continues for Ethan Niewaner, who started this game on the mound.
So Eidlich comes up and throws a strike to home plate, and you can see Yates kind of throws his hands up like, why'd you catch it? That's where you just have to practice those cutoff drills and the communication that are associated with them all the time.
1-1 to Niewaner. And we've got another rundown. Yates going right at the runner, which is what you're supposed to do. And they tag out Kilberg to end the inning. But Illinois gets 4 runs to push this to the 5th. What's that number?
Come on, boys, let's go. Put it away.
All right, Kevin, thank you very much. We go to the 5th inning in the Great Lakes Region title game. Winner on to Williamsport in the Little League World Series. He's former Houston Astro extraordinary player Chris Burke. On Clay Matvick.
You're too much.
And wow, who thought that this might happen? We were looking at a 10-run situation just moments ago, but then Illinois, to their great credit, scores 4 in the bottom of the 4th to avoid that. And their heart has been inspiring after getting down big.
Good for them, man. They had so many friends and family drive down here from Chicago, and they're giving them their best effort. The game certainly started off rough, but they're hanging in there.
Wazewski continues to pitch for Illinois. River Forest, Illinois, located 10 miles west of Chicago. First state title for that Little League. It's going to be a foul ball for Saul Geyer, who has had very limited plate appearances during this regional, but every one he has made count.
He's done a great job for this club, coming in and giving them good ABs.
Now, of course, Kentucky can put Illinois back in that 10-run window with 2 runs here. And we'll see if Kentucky can continue to swing the bat well. Last inning was the first inning they didn't score. And now it's 2-2 to Geyer. And a full count.
You got to feel like the kids from Kentucky feel like they let it get away. I mean, you never want to give a team new life when you got them beat. They even had some room to play with there last inning.
Yep.
And still couldn't get them off the field. And so kind of a new feel to this ball game.
Oh, that is hit high. Medium deep. In foul ground. Left fielder O'Brien comes over to make the catch. Jimmy Oh So Good O'Brien. That's his nickname.
I love that. I love that nickname. Oh So Good. That's one you want to stick. You know, I think we've all been tagged with nicknames that we'd rather go away. But Oh So Good, that's a plus nickname.
Okay, what's the nickname you'd like to bury?
I'll keep that for off the air.
Okay. 1 out here in the 5th. And Eidlich comes up again. This is Jackson Eidlich. one of the Eidlet twins. And smokes it to left center field. And even 10 hits now for Bowling Green.
Well, the Eidlet twins can play now. That's a good bunch of ball players over there in that dugout, but the Eidlet brothers, they give you a lot of options, man. They can swing the bat. They can play all over the field.
Back to the top of the order, and the lefty, Evan Schallert. Schallert's had an explosive game, 2 for 3 with a triple. He has scored 3 times, so that brings his total to 7 runs scored in 3 games. That's not bad for a leadoff.
That is getting it done.
Rick Kelly knows what he's doing, writing Schallert's name in at the top of the lineup. Smoked again. Gall makes the catch. And scampering back is Eidlet. Boy, Schallert squares another one up, this time hit right at the outfielder for out number 2.
He's been all over the barrel all day.
Brother Luke coming up. Luke Eidlet. His brother is at first with 2 outs. Popped up, and it's going to spin back out of play.
I'd like to see these two in the driveway playing one-on-one. I bet you that is pretty good viewing. Something tells me these two get after it.
Luke is a big Boston Celtics fan. Loves the Celtics.
Said he loved Kyrie, but he's reserving judgment on Kemba. He's moved on from Kyrie. He knows he's no longer in the fold, but is excited about Kemba, but couldn't quite go there just yet.
Called strike on the outside corner from Lazewski. You know, Luke was in the number 9 spot in the order for most of this all-star run for Bowling Green Eastern, but they moved him up to number 2 because he was just swinging it so well. And he's been on 3 times, make that 4 times in this game. Reached on a couple of errors. So he continues to be worthy of the number 2 spot in the order.
No question about it. He is giving them all they could hope for in that 2 slot.
Full count.
I'm sure they would love to respond to that inning Illinois put on them with a few of their own here.
Walked him. Jarnicki can't find it. And he finally does. So the bases have a couple of Eidlets.
Yep. The Eidlet brothers are out there for Jamison Napper, who got his bell rung last inning.
Yeah, he did. Here's a guy who could leave the yard and put Illinois back in that 10-run situation. As we get a quick conference on the mound.
Now Ryan's dad, Joe Lazewski, makes a lot of the mound visits. Out there to talk to his youngster. Watch, he'll jump over the line on his way back.
Yes, even the coaches are superstitious.
I've seen a lot of coaches walk over the line, but Joe adds a little athleticism to it.
Yeah, he hops. Joe's in finance. He's 42 years old. He's done a great job coaching Little League this year as Lazewski steps off the rubber. He has thrown 45 pitches since coming out in relief. Breaking ball. That's hit to left. And that's foul. The third base umpire, Mike Marceau, right there to make the call. Not fouled by much for Napper.
Well, you talk about waiting back on a breaking ball. He saw that one so early that he hit it too deep and ended up just missing extra bases down the backside foul line. Until Napper sees the ball really well.
And he hits it well here, but again, right at the outfielder, Carlin makes the catch. Kentucky denied in the fifth. Illinois coming back up. Crowning champions today for Williamsport in the Little League World Series. And the Mid-Atlantic is underway. New York and New Jersey currently on ESPN News. We'll get you to that one when we're done here in Indiana. Later on tonight, Hawaii and Arizona meeting in the West. And then the U.S. field will be complete. The international field already set for Thursday. Well, Illinois, they have been feisty since the fourth inning. Everyone thought this was going to be a 10-run deal, except for that Illinois dugout.
Yeah, they're hanging around, and you never know who might be watching. I got a text from an old teammate of mine, Jody Garrett, former big leaguer. I was fortunate enough to play with him with the Padres. He's watching. He's from the town right next to River Forest, so he sends the boys his best. Everybody loves watching Little League baseball.
Kentucky's going to run out a new pitcher. William Alexander. Big Bill, the left-hander, is on the mound. Also known as the Hulk.
The Hulk. We've established that.
Two balls and a strike to Ethan Niewater, and Illinois has been great at getting the leadoff man on in this game. 3 of the 4 innings they've done so. Now it's 2-2 to Ethan, who was the starter on the mound in this game. Got roughed up a little bit early. Bullpen picked him up. 2-2, ground ball to the second baseman, Luke Eidlet. Bobbled it, got the throw over to Huff, and he can't make the catch. Leadoff man on again here in the fifth for River Forest, Illinois.
They will not go quietly. The boys from Bowling Green just struggling to finish some of these plays. Luke Eidlet can't catch it cleanly, then gives Chaz Huff a chance. He can't finish it off. Starting to sense that Illinois feels some momentum here.
Starters back in here for River Forest, Illinois, as Jimmy O'Brien comes up. Is this the at-bat for Jimmy Oh So Good? He is hitless in the regional, but we have seen him hit the ball hard, have some good at-bats. See if he can deliver here. Niewater at first. Alexander's pitch swung on and missed. Yates thought about a throw to first. Strike. Let's get an update in the studio with Kevin Connors. All right, Kevin, thank you very much. Back here in Indiana, where this has turned into a more compelling story. Illinois has force this one to go the distance. We know that this will be at least a 6-inning game. As Kentucky jumped out to a 13-1 lead. Looked like it was going to be a 10-run situation. Illinois plucking away. And this one is sprayed down the line but foul to left for Carlin. A 4-run, 4th inning for River Forest.
Go, Matt.
And that was the pitch when we saw Alexander pitch a couple nights ago that he could not command. Fastball command was pretty good, but the breaking ball was just spinning out of his hand sideways. That was nasty right there.
Now the 1-2. Off the plate. Struck him out. Carlin tried to catch up with the high heat. And back-to-back strikeouts for the Hulk.
Just high cheese right here. Bayou at the top of the zone. And the Bowling Green East fans starting to make a little bit of noise again.
Now Spike Gall at the plate. Going over to second is Niewater. The throw is late. And he'll be in scoring position with 2 outs for Spike Gall. Spike's real name is John, but he doesn't answer to that much. He likes to be called Spike.
I want to be called Spike, too.
It's a good nickname. Checked his swing.
I want to be called Spike. I want to be called Oh So Good. I mean, these kids got it, man.
Hulk would be good.
Hulk, I'll take Hulk.
Gall couldn't hold up, so it's 1-1. I was impressed yesterday with his defense. He threw out Michigan's speedy Hayden Ruff at home plate from right field to end that 3rd inning at a critical point in the game. Got fooled by that breaking ball, and now it's 1-2. Niewater able to get back again. Ground ball should end the inning. Luke Eidlich throws to first. Illinois strands 1. We go to the 6th. All Kentucky right now. Big lead for Kentucky as we go to the 6th inning in this Great Lakes title game. Great crowds representing both teams. The Bowling Green fans have been loud. They were loud an hour before the game doing cheer chants. And great crowd that has come from the Chicago area too.
Yeah, man, it's just really cool to see both of these programs get such great support, showing you just how many people care about them. Not exactly a trip around the block.
Alexander with a line drive base hit. That's his 2nd hit. And he starts the Kentucky 6th with a hard hit ball to right. Grayson Newman has yet to be put out. He's been on 4 times. Ground ball left side. Could be 2 if they hurry. They're going to only get 1 as Alexander takes out Lazewski at second, who was trying to turn the double play. So there's 1 out. And this will be Simpson re-entering here in the Chaz Huff spot in the order. The left-hander Hickey, the 4th pitcher to work for Team Illinois. And he drops a breaking ball that misses just high, 1-1. Bowling Green 3 defensive outs away from going to Williamsport. Ground ball. That is going to get into center field. Newman will stop at second. First and second, one out. Bowling Green Eastern Little League made it to Williamsport in 15, again in 16. Trying to win the Great Lakes region again, looking, I guess, for some insurance just in case Illinois were to
a little more
get hot again in the bottom of the inning.
Yeah, this Bowling Green East Little League program has just turned into a powerhouse. And really now the next thing for them is to really make some noise in Williamsport, right? To go there and go on a run.
Which is never easy. Such tough competition there. Ground ball, another base hit from Obi. Coming around and scoring the 14th run of the game is Grayson Newman. Obi with his second run batted in.
A breaking ball out over the plate and down. Obi shoots it right back up the middle. And the team from Bowling Green just keeps pouring it on.
And now it's 15-5 as Simpson comes in as it gets to the backstop. And Obi goes over to third. Harrison Yates ducks out of the way of that pitch from Hickey. You know, we haven't talked much about Yates in this ballgame, and we should have. His defense has been really good behind home plate, and he's 2 for 2. Out here, that's the second out, and they will chase Obi back to third. Three unassisted, 2 down. And Whit Glossick comes back to the plate for Bowling Green Eastern. Trying to become the 10th team from the state of Kentucky to make it to the Little League World Series. That's a lot.
Yeah, and you know, since they've gone to the Great Lakes, they have
been one of the dominant teams.
They have, yeah.
Illinois has been well represented too. Pop up, Paris jumps, makes the catch, and that ends the 6th. Last chance for Illinois, down 10 now. Crushed. That might have broke the sound barrier.
I think it went in the lake.
2-run blast for Purify, 5-0. For the second straight year, Grosse Pointe Wood Shores is headed to the Little League World Series. They won it back-to-back in 17 and 18. The 2 years prior to that, it was Bowling Green Eastern Little League representing the Great Lakes in Williamsport, and Bowling Green 3 outs away from going back to the Little League World Series.
And if there was ever a team since we've been doing this that I thought had a chance to go and maybe win at least the American side of the bracket, it was that team last year from Michigan. That team was talented.
Purify in particular.
Yeah,
he
just
was
shows you
specimen.
how many good teams are out there.
Deficit is 10 for Illinois. Last chance. They're down to their last 3 outs in this incredible season. First state title for River Forest, Illinois. Just outside of Chicago. They have played so well here in Westfield, Indiana. Beat Wisconsin 7-3. Lost to Michigan in their second game. Then came back and won 3 in a row in the losers bracket. Ohio, Wisconsin, and then payback against Michigan. Chopper to second, and Jack Paris is out as Luke Eidlich throws over to first. 1 down. Ryan Lazuski scored the first run of the game for Illinois in the bottom of the first. Illinois didn't score again until the fourth, but those were 4 big runs to extend this game, avoiding the 10-run rule. Strike 2.
Boy, now Alexander's locked in. Got it all working today. Fastball command, a big breaking ball.
Real credit, too, to Rick Kelly. The way he managed his pitching staff throughout this week to have everybody available for Kentucky today.
Well, and it's almost like they're going a little bit modern-day big league where they don't have one horse that they feel like can just blow another team away, so they're trying to give you a bunch of different looks and switch pitchers almost every inning here in Indy, and they're never going to give a lineup. It doesn't look like they want to give a lineup 2 looks at a guy, you know?
Yeah.
And really, I think it's pretty wise if you're a team like Bowling Green that doesn't have that one kid that's in the low to mid-70s that you know can just go out there and punch everybody out.
2-2.
And like we said, they got a bunch of kids that can play different positions, so it doesn't put your defense at a whole lot of stress if you got to pull kids, different types of players to come in and pitch an inning here or there.
Again, this Bowling Green Eastern team playing for the memory of Mason Goodnight, their late teammate who died a couple of years ago from meningitis. Ground ball. Beat it out. Lazuski's aboard. Schallert just couldn't get it out of his glove.
That was going to be a tough chance because Lazuski can really, really run. The left-hand hit Lazuski flying down the line. And as you said, Newman couldn't get it out of his glove and then didn't have enough time. We're going to call that an error. I don't know that I would agree with that, but
yeah, it's an error on the shortstop.
I didn't see a noticeable bobble. It was just a little bit of a slow transfer.
Off the glove of Yates. That's going to allow Lazuski to get to second. As Luke Hickey is at the plate. He has moved to the mound. Started this game at first base. Swung out and missed. 1-1 the count now. Again, Hickey has been so good at the plate. A couple more hits tonight. 9 total in the region. I'm not for sure, but I'm pretty sure that's the high water mark for all of the regional participants. 9 hits.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. He's had as many hits as anybody. I think Knutson from Minnesota was right there. That same ballpark in the Midwest Regional.
Popped up. It's going to get out. His dad, Matt Hickey, down in the third base coach's box. He's done a great job managing this River Forest team with the help of Jarnicki and Lazuski, the other coaches.
Line drive gets through, Ryan.
2-2, ground ball, first baseman steps on the bag. They'll throw to third, looking for the tag there. Throw gets down the line and into the outfield. That'll be a run for Illinois to make it 15-6. But River Forest down to its last out. And Jarnicki comes up again. Time call. Ben Jarnicki's dad, Dennis, over at first base, 53-year-old research director. Could end it. It does. For the third time in 5 years, Bowling Green Eastern is headed to the Little League World Series.
Live it up, boys. You're headed to Williamsport. Finally, a good dog pile we've seen here. Somebody's got to go down. Everybody gets on top. You can tell they've been practicing. Congratulations to the boys from Bowling Green East Little League on now their third trip in 5 years.
Come on. They practiced the dog pile?
I bet you they did. You could tell. Luke Eidlet's trying to pull down William Alexander. You know that they had to practice that because he couldn't get him to the ground.
Just another reason to love Little League Baseball, and we do. It's been great here in suburban Indianapolis all week. The champs from the Great Lakes, Bowling Green Eastern, 15-6, the final. Coverage continues with the Mid-Atlantic region. Let's get you out to Bristol, Connecticut. So long, everybody.